Do you still remember the joyful laughter on the steps of apartment building number 227 in Washington, D.C.? There was a time when we cried, laughed, and grew up together with the heartwarming everyday stories of the Jenkins family. More than 30 years have passed since the final episode ended, but the image of the sincere housewife Mary Jenkins, the stylish Sandra Clark, and the witty Pearl Shea remains an indelible part of our memories. Time flies by in the blink of an eye. Standing in 2026, are you curious about what the cast from back then is doing now? Who among them is still shining brightly, who has chosen a quiet life, and who has quietly passed away, leaving behind so much regret? From the journey of Brenda, Regina King's rise to A-list stardom, to the poignant moments in the lives of Elena Reed Hall or Helen Martin, all will be revealed below. We will give you the most detailed look at their real names and ages, then and now, and the ups and downs in each person's unique destiny. Don't look away, because there are some surprising facts about the cast. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to join us on a journey back in time. And don't forget to leave a comment. Which character did you like best in the movie 227? Now let's begin our journey to rediscover memories. 1. Marla Gibbs. In the beloved sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Marla Gibbs portrayed the sharp-witted, yet deeply caring Mary Jenkins. Born in 1931, Marla was the steady pulse of the series, a woman whose porch-front conversations defined the warmth of a Washington, D.C. community. The legendary Marla Gibbs is 94 years old. She stands as a matriarch of television, a living bridge to an era where comedy was rooted in the simple, beautiful complexities of family life. While many of her peers have faded into the quiet annals of history, Marla's journey has been one of remarkable resilience. She faced a significant health scare in 2006 when she suffered a stroke, a moment that could have silenced a lesser spirit. Instead, she navigated her recovery with the same quiet strength she gave to Mary Jenkins. Only the dignified reality of aging, handled with a grace that continues to inspire fans who see her infrequent, yet radiant public appearances. After the curtains closed on room 227, Marla didn't just walk away from the spotlight. She remained a fixture in Hollywood, guest starring in hits like The King of Queens and Grey's Anatomy. Beyond the screen, she was a pioneer, owning a jazz club and advocating for the arts in her community. Her personal life, including her long marriage to Jordan Gibbs, which ended in 1973, taught her the value of independence, a trait she poured into every role, proving that a woman's worth is never tied to a script, but to her own spirit. Seeing Marla at 94 is a bittersweet joy. It reminds us that while the laughter of the 80s has echoed away, the foundation remains. The lesson from this cast is that fame is a season, but character is a lifetime. True success isn't staying young. It's growing old with your stories and your dignity intact. 2. Hal Williams. In the vibrant world of 227, 1985 to 1990, Hal Williams portrayed Lester Jenkins, the hard-working, level-headed contractor who balanced out the spirited energy of the ladies on the stoop. Born in 1934, Hal brought a grounded masculinity and fatherly warmth that made the Jenkins household feel like our own. Hal Williams is 87 years old. He remains a beloved figure of the sitcom era, his face a nostalgic map of a time when the family patriarch was a symbol of quiet strength and steady love. Unlike the turbulent headlines often found in Hollywood, Hal has navigated his later years with a dignified privacy. He has largely avoided the public health struggles that claim many of his contemporaries, choosing instead to age with a vitality that mirrors Lester's own resilient spirit. Only the natural, slow fading of a man who gave his best years to our screens and then chose to live his final chapters in the warmth of the sun, far from the frantic paparazzi. As of 2026, Hal Williams' net worth is estimated at $6 million. His assets aren't found in a flashy collection of cars, but in a long, respected filmography and the deep admiration of fans who still see him as the ultimate TV dad. He represents a foundation that time hasn't been able to shake. Seeing Hal today is a reminder that being a hero doesn't always require a cape. Sometimes it just requires a hammer and a heart. The lesson from the 227 cast? Fame is a temporary roof, but the character you build beneath it is what truly stands the test of time. Integrity is the only legacy that never needs a renovation. 3. Elena Reed Hall. In the vibrant tapestry of 227, 1985 to 1990, Elena Reed Hall portrayed Rose Lee Holloway, the landlord, and the show's soft-spoken voice of reason. Born in 1946, Elena brought a nurturing presence to the stoop, often acting as the calm in the middle of a comedic storm. In 2026, we look back at her legacy with a heavy heart as she passed away in 2009 at the age of 63, leaving behind a void that no laugh track could ever fill. Elena's final years were a testament to her private strength. She battled breast cancer with a dignity that mirrored Rose's own resilience. Her departure was not marked by headlines, but by the quiet sorrow of those who knew her warmth. It was a poignant end for a woman who spent her life making others feel at home, reminding us that even the most nurturing souls face battles we rarely see behind the camera's glow. Beyond the apartment building, Elena's career flourished on Sesame Street as Olivia, where she became a staple of childhood for millions. Her personal life, however, held its own bittersweet chapters. She found love on the set of 227 with co-star Kevin Peter Hall, but their fairy tale union was cut tragically short by his death in 1991. Despite the immense grief, she continued to act and sing, proving that the heart of Rose Lee Holloway was built on an unbreakable foundation of love and perseverance. Seeing the then of Elena's bright smile and the now of her absence is a grounding reminder. Fame is a temporary spotlight, but the warmth you leave in the lives of others is permanent. The lesson? Be the kind neighbor, for that is the only role that truly lasts. 4. Jackie Harry. In the vibrant landscape of 227, 1985 to 1990, Jackie Harry became an overnight sensation as Sandra Clark. With her signature Mary and a wardrobe that defied gravity, she was the quintessential man chaser with a heart of gold. Born in 1956, Jackie brought a comedic brilliance that earned her an Emmy, the first for an African-American woman in a supporting role. She is 69 years old, still radiating that infectious, legendary spark. Behind the flamboyant persona of Sandra, Jackie faced the silent pressures of typecasting and the relentless expectations of Hollywood. While she has navigated aging with a vibrant health and a joyful public presence, she has been candid about the personal sacrifices made during the height of her fame. After the final bow at 227, Jackie didn't fade, she flourished. From Sister to Days of Our Lives, she became a staple of the screen. Her personal journey involved a high-profile marriage and divorce, but her focus remained on her craft and her son. She transitioned from the vixen next door to a respected veteran of the industry, proving that her talent wasn't just a gimmick, but a lifelong commitment to the art of the laugh. As of 2026, Jackie Harry's net worth is estimated at $6 million. Her wealth isn't measured in a fleet of supercars, but in the doors she opened for Black women in comedy. She remains a beloved icon, a reminder that confidence is the ultimate accessory. Seeing Jackie today is a celebration of unapologetic self-love. The lesson from the 227 cast? Time may soften the lines, but it can never dim a light that was meant to shine. True legacy is the courage to stay exactly who you are, even when the cameras stop rolling. 5. Kia Goodwin. In the heartwarming beginnings of the sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Kia Goodwin brought a sweet, youthful curiosity to the screen as Tiffany Holloway, the daughter of Rose Lee Holloway. Born in 1973, Kia was just a young girl when she helped ground the show's family-centric atmosphere during its debut season. Kia is 53 years old. For those who remember the early days on the stoop, she remains a symbol of the show's initial innocence before the narrative shifted its focus. She moved away from the intense glare of the 227 spotlight after the first season due to casting changes, a moment that could have discouraged any young performer. Yet, she faced this transition with grace, avoiding the public be-keech of many of her peers. Her journey has been one of steady health and personal privacy, proving that a survivor's spirit doesn't always need a headline to be powerful. After leaving the apartment building, Kia didn't abandon her craft, she refined it. She transitioned into a respected character actress, appearing in projects like The Night of and Law and Order. Her life became a masterclass in longevity, choosing meaningful roles over fleeting fame. She balanced her career with a private personal life, far from the tabloid-heavy marriages of her contemporaries. By choosing a path of substance, she turned her early departure from 227 into a long-term victory of self-definition. Seeing Kia today is a lesson in the beauty of the long game. The 227 cast reminds us that the brightest flame isn't always the one that lasts. Sometimes it's the steady light that keeps burning after the sun goes down. The lesson: your first chapter doesn't define your whole story. It's the grace with which you write the rest of the book that counts. 6. Helen Martin. In the heart of the beloved sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Helen Martin portrayed the unforgettable Pearl Shea. Born in 1909, Helen was the neighborhood's sharp-tongued, window-leaning matriarch, whose biting wit and keen observations made her the comedic soul of the stoop. When she passed away in 2000 at the age of 90, the world lost a pioneer of the stage and screen, a woman who had been performing since the 1930s and brought nearly a century of wisdom to her craft. In her final years, Helen Martin remained as spirited as the character she played. She passed away from heart failure in Monterey Park, California. While she avoided the sensationalist be-keech often associated with fame, her life was one of quiet endurance through the many eras of Hollywood. She lived through times when opportunities for Black actresses were scarce, yet she navigated the industry with a fierce independence. Her departure was peaceful, a dignified sunset for a woman who had spent decades making us laugh while standing her ground in a changing world. After the lights dimmed on 227, Helen didn't stop. She continued to grace our screens in films like Don't Be a Menace and Bulworth, proving that talent has no expiration date. She never allowed herself to be just a sitcom grandmother. She was a Broadway veteran and a founding member of the American Negro Theater. Looking back at Helen Martin today, we realize that Pearl wasn't just watching the neighborhood. She was watching history unfold. The lesson from the 227 cast is that aging isn't a decline, but an accumulation of strength. Helen taught us that as long as you have your wit and your window to the world, you are never truly alone. 7. Curtis Baldwin. In the vibrant neighborhood of 227, 1985 to 1990, Curtis Baldwin captured the essence of youthful charm as Calvin Dobbs. Born in 1967, Curtis was the quintessential teenage crush, playing the athletic and kind-hearted boyfriend of Brenda Jenkins. He brought a gentle, relatable energy to the apartment building that balanced the sharp wit of the older residents. Curtis Baldwin is 58 years old, standing as a nostalgic reminder of the innocent, sun-drenched days of 80s television. However, he has spoken about the immense pressure of maintaining a perfect image while the world watched him grow up on screen. Behind the bright smiles, there was a young man navigating the complex transition from a teenage idol to adulthood, a path he walked with a grounded strength that kept him steady when the cameras eventually moved on. After the final episode of 227, Curtis made a conscious choice to step back from the relentless Hollywood machine. While he continued to explore his passion for music and made occasional appearances, he focused on building a life of substance away from the paparazzi. He didn't chase fleeting blockbusters. Instead, he embraced a more private role, finding fulfillment in his community and family. By prioritizing his peace over his then celebrity status, he turned his back on the superficial glitz of Hollywood to find a more authentic now. As of 2026, Curtis Baldwin's net worth is estimated at $500,000. He occupies a warm, steady place in our collective memory. Seeing the evolution of Curtis Baldwin is a reminder that the greatest success is simply staying true to oneself. The lesson from the 227 cast: fame is a beautiful summer, but it is the roots you plant in the shade of that fame that determine how well you stand when the seasons change. True wealth is found in the life you live when no one is watching. 8. Countess Vaughn. In the final season of the classic sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Countess Vaughn breathed new life into the stoop as the precocious and highly intelligent Alexandria DeWitt. Born in 1978, Countess was just 11 years old when she brought her powerhouse talent to the show, playing the academic prodigy who moved into the building. Today, in May 2026, she is 47 years old. To us, she remains that bright-eyed girl whose wit rivaled the adults, a young star who signaled the show's final evolution before the curtains closed. Behind the confident exterior of Alexandria, Countess faced a heavy journey through the shadows of child stardom. She has been incredibly brave in sharing her struggles with self-esteem and the intense pressure of Hollywood's beauty standards. From scalp infections caused by lace-front wigs to the emotional toll of weight fluctuations, her health journey was a quiet, painful battle for self-acceptance. These were the hidden corners of her life, a young girl trying to find her worth in an industry that often measures talent by an impossible reflection. After leaving the apartment building, Countess found even greater fame on Moshe and its spin-off, The Parkers. Yet, her life outside the script was marked by the complexities of reality television and a highly public divorce that tested her resilience. She didn't hide. She allowed the world to see her flaws and her triumphs. Seeing Countess today is a reminder that the loudest laughter often comes from the most resilient souls. The lesson from the 227 cast? Growing up in front of the world is a storm, but finding the strength to be your true self is the only way to reach the shore. True beauty isn't found in a mirror, but in the courage to keep standing after the cameras stop rolling. 9. Barry Sobel. In the final chapter of the sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Barry Sobel entered the stoop as Dylan McMillan. Born in 1959, Barry was in his late 20s when he brought a quirky, comedic energy to the apartment building, playing the eccentric but lovable tenant who added a fresh rhythm to the show's final season. Barry is 66 years old. To those who stayed until the very last curtain call, he remains a symbol of the show's vibrant transition into a new decade. He avoided the be-keech of public health crises, choosing instead to navigate the industry with a low-key dignity. The hidden corner of his life was the sheer pressure of being a stand-up comedian in an era of giants, a mental and professional grind that requires a thick skin and a soft heart. He handled the cooling of the Hollywood spotlight not as a tragedy, but as an opportunity to reclaim his own narrative away from the laugh tracks. After the sunset on the 227 set, Barry didn't disappear. He returned to his roots. He remained a respected figure in the comedy circuit, working as a writer and performer, notably appearing in The Revenge of the Nerds 2. He chose a path of professional longevity over fleeting blockbuster fame, balancing his career with a private life that he shielded from the tabloid glare. As of 2026, Barry Sobel's net worth is estimated at $6 million. His wealth is found in the respect of his peers and the laughter he still inspires. He remains a beloved late arrival member of the 227 family. Seeing Barry today reminds us that every character, no matter when they arrive, leaves a footprint on our hearts. The lesson? Life doesn't end when the show gets canceled. It simply becomes the real performance. Success is finding your own voice after the scripted lines fade away. 10. Stoney Jackson. In the final season of the classic sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Stoney Jackson brought a wave of cool, youthful charisma as Travis Fillmore. Joining the cast in 1989, Stoney portrayed the suave and energetic photographer who moved into the building, quickly becoming a fan favorite for his sharp style and modern edge. Born in 1960, Stoney was 29 when he first graced the halls of Room 227. He is 66 years old, a living reminder of that vibrant era when urban television was reaching its colorful peak. While he has fortunately avoided the tragic kitsch of major health crises or scandalous falls, he has dealt with the quiet challenge of maintaining a steady career in an industry that often overlooks its seasoned veterans. His hidden corner has been his commitment to his craft, away from the flashing lights, choosing a path of physical health and mental discipline that has allowed him to age with the grace many of his contemporaries lost to the Hollywood grind. After the sunset on the 227 stoop, Stoney didn't simply vanish into the background. A true jack of all trades, he appeared in iconic films like Angels in the Outfield and cult classics like The Human Centipede 3. However, his journey took a fascinating turn as he dedicated significant time to mentoring youth and coaching basketball, proving that his life's work was far greater than just the roles he played. Seeing Stoney today reminds us that while trends fade, true charisma is timeless. The lesson from the 227 cast: fame is a temporary guest, but the impact of a positive spirit and a willingness to reinvent yourself is what builds a lasting home. Success is staying in the game on your own terms. 11. Paul Winfield. In the final chapter of the iconic sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Paul Winfield graced the screen as Julian C. Barlow, the cultured and wealthy neighbor who brought a touch of high society poise to the apartment building. Born in 1939, Winfield was already an acting titan when he joined the cast in 1989. When he passed away in 2004 at the age of 64, he left behind a legacy that stretched far beyond the stoop, a man who transformed every role into a masterclass of dignity and presence. The final years for Paul were a courageous private battle against the complications of obesity and diabetes. In March 2004, he succumbed to a fatal heart attack, a departure that felt far too early for a man of his stature. Behind the professional accolades was a person who carried the weight of quiet grief, having lost his long-term partner, Charles Gillen Jr., to cancer just 2 years prior. His story was one of deep, hidden sensitivity, a man who projected immense strength on screen while navigating the fragile, heavy burdens of the heart in his private reality. After the lights dimmed on 227, Paul Winfield continued to be a prolific force in Hollywood. From narrating A&E's City Confidential to memorable roles in Star Trek and Touched by an Angel, he never truly left the spotlight. However, he prioritized the craft over the shallow glitz of celebrity. He chose roles that demanded intellect, proving he was never just a sitcom neighbor, but a versatile pioneer who used his distinctive voice to anchor the stories of a generation. At the time of his passing, Paul Winfield's net worth was estimated at $2 million. In 2026, he remains a revered figure, a symbol of class and intellectual depth that time simply cannot erase. 12. Ronaldo Ray. In the heart of the beloved sitcom 227, 1985 to 1990, Ronaldo Ray brought a sharp, infectious humor to the role of Ray the Mailman. Born in 1940, Ronaldo was the comedic spark that brightened the Jenkins stoop. Delivering more than just letters, he delivered punchlines that defined an era. When he passed away in 2015 at the age of 75, the world lost a master of timing who had turned a recurring role into a cherished piece of television history. Ronaldo's final years were a testament to his resilience as he faced a difficult health battle. In 2014, he suffered a debilitating stroke that began a year of intense struggle. He passed away in a Los Angeles hospital in May 2015 due to complications from that stroke. Behind the laughter he provided, there was the hidden corner of a veteran performer navigating the fragility of health after decades in the spotlight. His departure was a poignant reminder to fans that the man who always had a quick word for Mary Jenkins was, in the end, human and vulnerable. After the mail was delivered on 227, Ronaldo's career didn't slow down. He became a legendary figure in the stand-up comedy world and left his mark on films like Friday and White Men Can't Jump. He was more than an actor. He was a mentor to a generation of comedians. At the time of his passing, Ronaldo Rey's net worth was estimated at $500,000. In 2026, he remains the neighbor we always waited for, a symbol of the golden age of black sitcoms. Ronaldo Rey's journey reminds us that a small role can leave a massive footprint if played with enough heart. The lesson: every interaction we have, like a mailman at a stoop, is an opportunity to leave someone better than we found them. Fame fades, but the laughter you leave behind is eternal. 13. Kevin Peter Hall. In the colorful neighborhood of 227, 1985 to 1990, Kevin Peter Hall played Warren Merriweather, the tall, handsome, and soft-spoken boyfriend of Rose Lee Holloway. Born in 1955, Kevin was a gentle giant who brought a unique, endearing chemistry to the screen during his time on the series. Tragically, as we look back from 2026, we remember a life cut far too short. Kevin passed away in 1991 at the age of only 35, leaving fans with a lingering sense of what could have been for a talent so immense. Kevin's final chapter remains one of Hollywood's most poignant tragedies. In the late 1980s, he received a contaminated blood transfusion following a car accident, which led to him contracting HIV. He passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia shortly after his stint on the show ended. Behind his towering 7-foot 2-inch frame was a man who faced a terrifying health battle with a quiet dignity that few knew about at the time. His departure was a shock to the world, a sudden silencing of a kind soul who had only just begun to show us the depth of his range. Kevin Peter Hall's journey is a sobering reminder that our time is a precious, fleeting gift. The lesson from the 227 cast: fame is a temporary spotlight, but the love we build and the kindness we show are the only things that truly outlast us. Success isn't measured in years, but in the warmth you leave in the hearts of others. 14. Regina King. In the heart of Washington, D.C., on the iconic stoop of 227, we first met the shy, studious Brenda Jenkins. Portrayed by a young Regina King, who was born in 1971 and was just a teenager when the show began, Brenda was the relatable heartbeat of the Jenkins household. Today, in 2026, Regina stands as a vibrant 55-year-old titan of the industry, her journey from that quiet apartment building to the heights of Hollywood being nothing short of legendary. In 2022, she faced the unimaginable loss of her only son, Ian Alexander Jr. It was a grief that slowed her world, a shadow that reminded us all of the heavy price of private pain behind a public smile. This loss transformed her from a celebrated star into a symbol of quiet, enduring strength for mothers everywhere. Regina's post-sitcom life is a masterclass in artistic evolution. She didn't just stay in Hollywood, she conquered it. Transitioning from The Girl Next Door to an Oscar and multi-Emmy winning powerhouse, she redefined her career with roles in Jerry Maguire and Watchmen, eventually moving behind the camera as a visionary director. Though her marriage to Ian Alexander Sr. ended in divorce in 2007, she used every life chapter to fuel the raw, authentic performances that have become her cinematic signature. Regina King's ascent from the stoop of 227 to the Academy stage teaches us that time is a sculptor. Her life shows that while fame can be fleeting, true craft and personal resilience create a lasting impact. She reminds us that our beginnings never limit our reach. They only provide the foundation for the heights we are meant to climb. As we look back at the vibrant faces of 227 and 2026, it feels like opening a dusty photo album where the colors have faded, but the warmth remains. From the towering grace of Kevin Peter Hall to the unstoppable evolution of Regina King, time has undeniably moved the pieces on the board. Some lights have dimmed, while others have grown into stars of unimaginable brilliance. Watching these transformations after all these years reminds me that while fame and youth are fleeting, the dignity with which they lived and the laughter they brought into our living rooms are permanent. They weren't just actors, they were our neighbors, a piece of our collective youth. It's bittersweet to see how much has changed, yet comforting to know that their legacy still feels like home. Thank you for walking down this memory lane with me. If these stories touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to keep the nostalgia alive. Your comments and memories are what make this community special. Until next time, keep those memories close. See you in our next journey through the past.